the best thing you can do to scale your agency is learn to tell people no.
And yeah,
Work with you. Peace out, Girl Scout.
I've definitely learned that
Yeah.
a few times. They don't, those type of clients don't stay long either because they want to reinvent the wheel for you despite using you as the expert and stuff. And whenever I have like lowballed my pricing or changed something, either I get stressed out, I hate that I'm doing it for the low price, and then the client's not even as happy because I'm not giving them really what they needed anyway. And then I don't end up like my longest retention clients are my like the high ticket that understand what I want, or the agencies that I work with that understand what this is how I do it and stuff like that. So I don't, yeah, it's good to have that avatar and stuff. I think I dropped one of my small business avatars in the group if you guys search for it. And it has a lot of pain points that's from small businesses because I did a whole survey from small agent or small business owners and stuff that you can really hit home on why they like don't understand marketing or why they coming to you for their help and things like that. And it's really, if you use that first conversation as an educational thing versus a sales pitch, you do a lot better too.
Bro, did you just come from Punta Cana and you bought a shirt?
Yeah.
Something like that?
No, where were you? You were in, did you go back to Thailand? Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm
Cool.
like, man, maybe he went to Punta Cana in between the island thing. No telling with Daniel. He's a world traveler, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But that's something you got to think about as you're getting up every day and as you're working on your business. Put those things in front of you that. So I used to make a dream board and I built it in Canva. I don't have it anymore. I should make a new one. I built it in Canva and actually just put it on my desktop. So it was actually on my screen every time I open my computer. It'd be the car I want, the house I want, the whatever kind of things inspire you. Make people are like, I'm sure you guys have heard that. Oh, make a dream board. And you're like, with what? Go to Kmart? What do I do? Glue? What are we doing here? This is me. This is not my money.
You can do that. And it is true. I have my top team, like the people I work with, like in the top of my team. I'm like, we have a list. I'm like, go write it down. What are your goals? What do you want to earn money to fix in your life? Whether it's a computer or like I want somebody needs a new refrigerator or their car fixed. I'm like, go put it on our goal list. And then every day we're going to look at that goal list and be like, this is why we're working today.
So Napoleon Hill, but one of the things that he would talk about is looking at your goals every day. And he talks about that. Several people talk about that. Jack Canfield talks about it. But looking at your goals every day, like in the morning and then at night, writing down your goals. And it's not that you have to rewrite them down, but looking at them in the morning, looking at them at night. If you're like me and you're like, that sounds like a lot of work. What I did is I made a Canva. It fit my computer screen or your laptop. And I just put like the truck that I wanted, the amount of money I want in the bank, like the house that I wanted, the trip I wanted to take, whatever. Put it on a Canva, make it in a Canva, and then just save it as your background. So you're looking at it whether you want to or not. And that will help you get up in the morning and help you go, hey, like I should go work on my stuff because I want these things and I want to experience this life that I have in front of me on this desktop. It can be something that subconsciously pushes you to get up. But one of the coolest things that I learned, and you saw it when I shared my calendar with you guys, is if you run your own business and you're the business owner and no one tells you when to work, right? So if you're your own boss, who's your boss, right? No one. And then that's the problem. So most people aren't persistent. Most people aren't consistent. Most people don't schedule time on their calendar, on your Google Calendar or your iCalendar or whatever you do, whatever you look at every day, schedule a specific time. Like I'm this literal with it, like from 8, even if it's got to be at 6 a.m, whatever works for you guys, from 8 to 9:30, whatever. Like I'm going to prospect for clients from 11 to 12:30. I'm going to work on some automation systems that I'm going to use to serve my clients. From 6:30 to after I'm at 5, I'm going to go work out. At 6:30 to 8, I'm going to go work on crap that my clients need me to work on. And if you'll build that just as a repeating thing every day and try and keep that schedule, obviously you got to work around whatever schedule and life that you have, but build a schedule that you can work on stuff a little bit every day in client getting and client retention, in prospecting and in your product, like how you serve your clients, and your process, and then work that needs to be done for clients. Those three areas, if you'll work on them a little bit every day, you will get farther faster than you ever have. But what we do is we work on this quadrant that we think is the most important. We're like, oh, I got this work that I have to do, and this all the stuff that's for this client that I have, and I got all this SEO work or whatever. I think of Dale, and we got to do all these backlinks, and we got to build this website, and blah blah blah. I'm like, that sounds like someone's already paid you, and they can just wait till you get it done. So what's most typically the thing to work on is what's not emergent. What seems like an emergency and that should get done first, you should actually work on last. And the things that serve you the most or that will help you more in the future, you should work on first, which is build your business, work on your business. And I told it to someone else I was mentoring. If you're working in your business, you're not doing your job. You're the business owner, not the employee of your business. Yes, you got to do both right now, but you should be working on your business first. So you want to look at it that way and be consistent about it. That's what I had for you guys at the marketing meetup. Some of you guys, Alex, Daniel, hopefully see you guys tomorrow too in our mastermind. And if someone's in here and they don't have access, or you're listening to this and it's 3 days later, comment #replay. If you're watching live, comment #live, all 4 of you. So I see you 4 eyeballs on my live screen.
I'm
So,
one of them. So that just a heads
never
up.
mind. 3, 2.5 maybe.
Right.
If you're watching this as a replay, comment #replay. And feel free to DM me. I don't check my DMs often. Maybe
I was going to say, message me and I'll get him to check the DM in
message
case.
change. She might check it faster. You can message Abby. She's the moderator of this whole group. She will send you the stuff and get you access to the free course and the free training stuff. Anything I have free, take advantage of it. I've got snapshots for your high level for free. Like, I went a little over the top giving free stuff away. I'm like, this is 47 videos. I'm not really sure why I made this many, but I just
really good and easy to watch. They're not super long.
Yeah, they're 5-minute videos, dude. I have ADD. If I can't watch them, then
he was like, Kate, make a 5 to 10-minute video. I sent him a 45-minute video and he was like, what is this?
Yeah, next. I'm not watching all this, just so we're in the clear. So redo this.
I put a whole PowerPoint with it. I thought it was good.
Yeah. So
that it was too much info.
If you don't have that, it at least documents and gives you insight into how I built my agency to be able to bring on 120 clients in 20 months, because I had to go back and look at all of it. That's how many people we brought on. And again, and I probably took.
And that is that with Lead Engine? Because I was going to say that agency
with Lead Engine. So I went back
and
so we booked in 2 years. I booked like 450 appointments in 20 months.
And using that same model, like Matt's doing it again.
Not that great. Congratulations. I got 120 clients to pay me $1,000. Okay. Like I booked 457 appointments. I could have done better. Like I'm looking at it going, man, where should I get better at sales? And this is all just a numbers game. So if you're not booking like 10 appointments a week for yourself, you probably need to focus on prospecting and getting really good at booking appointments for yourself and figuring out what's going to work, how to automate that. Go to useleadengine.com and you can actually use that software for free for 10 days. Again, just email support if you want to cancel it. You don't have to pay for it, but use stuff and try stuff and figure out, be persistent. How can I automate prospecting? How can I get more appointments for myself? And how can I just dig into a niche and serve them the same way? What does that look like for me?
Can ask questions in the group too.
You cannot.
What? Did you say you can't?
You are not allowed. So
no, seriously, ask questions. That's the beauty of this group. It's a bunch of marketers who all have experience.
Yeah. So there's my 2 cents. I'll open it up to you guys and let you guys talk. Or do you guys feel like that's something you struggle with? Do you feel like it's something that you could get better at? Walk me through some of that. Who's this? There we go.
We got a real vocal group today.
It's because I just took over and poured out my heart. I know what it takes to build this business, and it's not, and people don't realize that it's not, you can't, if you're an employee right now, you can't walk into business building with an employee hat on. You just can't. Employees have it easy. There's a reason employees make a certain amount of money and the business owner makes a lot more, because behind the scenes, they don't realize how much the business owner is working when they're asleep. That's the part that it's, I wish I should make more. I'm like, no, you shouldn't. Like, you don't realize how much they put into this so that you could even be hired. And so you have to put on your business builder, business owner hat to build a business. For those of you who work for another person, it's a completely different mindset. And you just have to throw out that thing and be like, and pretend like it's a sinking ship. This building a business is like saving a sinking ship that has a hole in it. And you're like, so here's one bucket we found. You've got to work at that level to be able to make it work. But then you're like, oh, we got all the water out. Let's plug it. Here, you hold the bucket, buddy.
We're
Like, and
our
you can
own worst
hire
enemy.
people.
We're our own worst enemy at scaling. We always put something in the way sometimes, and it's really just
Yeah, typically bottlenecking is just because you as a person haven't grown. You should be pouring into yourself. You should be listening to people like Alex Hormozy or reading books of successful people. You should be studying successful people, studying successful agency owners. Sure, I can be one of them, but I don't have to be all of them, right? And you should be just understanding like what it takes and pouring in, because the better you become, the sharper. What's the old quote? Who said it? Abe Lincoln or somebody's. If I had 4 hours to cut down a tree, I'd sharpen my axe for three of them. You are your own axe. So the sharper you get and the better you get and the more you pour into yourself, the more overcoming some of these challenges will be. But like, you can have all the systems in the world and processes in the world and the best product and the way you serve, you can have a great offer. You can be the best video person. But if you haven't poured into yourself personally and you don't have a level of belief and you don't have a, Tony Robbins says you operate best out of state. You don't have a successful state in which you operate out of. You're like, I hope this works. I don't think it's gonna. But I've only been to one Tony Robbins thing. And the story that he talks about, like, I latched onto it because it's really foundational. I love strategy. I love systems. I love automation. But most people go to systems or strategy to build their business and wonder why it fails. When there's then above that is story. So you've got strategies here. Let's call this strategies of like Earth. Like, and then stories. People are like, some people will rely on the story. They'll be a little bit more successful. And that your story can get you farther than your strategy. So your story is like what you're telling yourself, all of the different things that you believe and your inner talk, right? And then your state is the best place to operate out of for success. So if you can get in a really good state, happy and excited and pumped up, and yeah, if you've ever watched anything of Tony Robbins, or he does like live events on YouTube now sometimes.
yeah. He's got one coming up
If you
in
can't
3 days. I'm signed up
afford,
for it.
yeah. So he's doing
Yeah,
them all the time these days. He's doing less in persons, but like
he's
they do like,
wild though in
and they're
person.
like,
Yeah,
and they're like,
he,
I'm like,
he'll get in your
he's
face,
intentionally
drop all
he
sorts of f bombs, and get you.
yeah, he's
He really
intentionally
is.
moving you into a state. Now he does talk about the importance of that state will help you remember and retain the stuff that he's given you, but operating out of a good state is going to naturally help you tell yourself a better story, which is going to naturally help you fall right into the systems and strategies that you need to scale your agency, to build your business, whatever that looks like. So that's really where you want to come from. You want to come from a really high state when you're working on your business, working on your stuff, and get into that place. It seems woo and stupid, but I don't know, it works. It does work. You've got to be able to tell yourself a good story. And if you feel like crap and like you're in a bad mood or you're unhappy or you're frustrated, it's just it don't work at that point. Like, move
No, yeah.
your state into like, I'm going to crush it. We're going to build a huge agency. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited to serve these people. I can't wait to help whatever your niche is. These dentists absolutely crush their patients and their businesses, whatever your niche is, and come from a place of state and service, and your agency will scale, and it'll motivate you to be able to go in and want to prospect and want to get good at sales and want to do all the things that might have previously seemed like they suck, because it's just getting you to your goal, but it's out of a really good, solid state. And in the right state, you'll be like, I can do this. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can do this. I got this. Like, we'll figure it out. We're going to push through. And that's how I've built anything that worked. So that's
I know all
just
of
the
those.
way I operate that way. I go up the hill and go, I think I can, like, because I'm better and I need to. And I have, when what's down the hill is going to destroy the engine altogether, you're like, we're getting up to the top of this hill come hell or high water. That's the way I operate. That's a different level. So my ability to be persistent and consistent becomes from the fact that what's at the bottom of the hill is something I never want to experience again. It's a place that you just never want to go once you're there.
Yeah.
So
That's one of the Tony Robbins thoughts too, is think of the thing like the pain and put that in your perspective of I don't want to feel that way. And then that will make you climb. Yeah, exactly. Same thing. Yeah.
so that, and go after high quality clients.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we can talk about that next time, which I'm totally down to like help you guys understand the value of going after better clients and higher quality clients because they actually are nicer and bug you less and fret less and freak you out less. And there's a whole myriad of a cascade of things. The more people pay,
There's
the easier
nothing
clients they
worse
are.
than a bothersome
So
client where you just
think
bang
about
your
it.
head.
Who here gets
Oh.
a $30 or less haircut? Every dude in the boxes, right? Like me included. But females sometimes will pay $150, $250 to go get their haircut. And we're like, what? That doesn't make any
That's for the
sense.
hair color.
But
Haircut
but
is that
again,
one.
but there are places where you can go and get a haircut. One place you can go for $30 and one place you can go for $300. So they're both human beings and they both have hair. The reality is someone's out there that's willing to pay that level of price, and you just have to offer that price. If you walk around with a
And
$30, you're going to
guns.
attract those people. So your price attracts who you're working with.
I've
All
always
right.
used to joke about how I was the queen of turning a $300 budget into a $3,000 budget because you just got to go in with confidence and be like, this is what you actually need. There you go.
So
And
hope that
then
was beneficial for you guys. My goal always on these calls is to help inspire on these every other Tuesday calls inside of our free group is to just inspire you to keep going and to keep pushing through and understand that there is light at the end of this tunnel. And sometimes the changes that you're going to make will not be monumental. They'll be micro, but they will have monumental effects as you're doing this and being consistent and persistent. But the root of all of this stuff is that I always tell myself that I'm really consistent in what I do and I'm persistent at getting it done so that I will. I just keep telling that to myself and I show up and I do it. All right. I think that's it. I'm going to be respectful of everybody's time. Thank you guys for hopping on. This is live in the group. Like I said, if somebody needs access to the free stuff that we have, the link is below. As I'm going to hop off, I will see you guys next time.